Good day, colleagues. This is just a demo to show what I spoke about previously regarding the offline student engagement and assessment. So as I said, in many instances you find that the network coverage is still a little bit a challenge. You find that the internet is very slow. So you'll find that in many countries, especially in Africa, big areas within a country still using 2G. So this is the definition of 2G, and the best coverage that can make internet to be fast, to really respond correctly is a 4G. And now in some countries we start seeing this 5G that is coming, but still a long way to get the coverage for the entire country or countries in Africa to get this best coverage. So for example, to give you an idea, if I take a country like Benin, for example, when it comes to the coverage, you will see that a big area is covered by 2G, and the 2G cannot allow better connectivity for e-learning systems. So if you go to 3G, which is the best version compared to 2G, you can see some spots don't have the such coverage. Okay, so if you go to 4G, is even worse. You have a big part within the country without the coverage. So in this area, e-learning won't really work very well. That's why we came up with this solution where we can do things offline. So we have different countries. If you have the time, you can look at this website, so you will be able to see the coverage in different countries. For the case of Namibia, for example, you can see we have a wide coverage, but you can see the biggest part is blue. Blue means 2G. Some places you have light blue, which is a limited coverage. But we have a good coverage of 3G, and also coverage for 4G is in main towns. So we have that challenge where the connectivity is still very slow. For example, the example I gave with the Lena staying in the farm between Windhoek and Okahandja, you have a 70 kilometers, so you have farms in between here. So you have some learners are living in those farms, so to access a better coverage is a big challenge for them. That's why we came up with this solution. So I want to show you how this solution basically works. I take an example of mathematics for grade 10, paper 1. So this is currently offline. Okay, so you are going to see how it works. At the end of the student is done with the writing this test, the teacher will receive immediately email with the student performance in this activity. So the system will request the student to provide the information. So let me put this one. And then the student email is very important because the system will immediately forward also to the student this information. Remember, everything is done offline, so there is no way the system can keep record of what the student did, but the system will send the email. So the phone number, so I can put my number, and this is very important for sending feedback through WhatsApp. And then this is for a student who is in grade 10A, for example. So now look here. Some students use a smartphone, those small screen, so they won't be able to see this drawing here. So what they do, they have to click where the system is requesting in order to enlarge it. So this is for those using mobile devices, smartphones. Okay, for those using computer is not a problem, they will see things. So let me start putting some responses. So this one will be C. This one is 58. Here the system doesn't provide the feedback the way I design it. I don't feedback student to get feedback, but other questions you will see the system will provide the feedback. For this one, to put in ascending order, so next one is a 3.28, 2. Let me remove this. 2.56, 1.1,34. This is the smallest. Okay, so this one I can't get an automatic feedback because this is an open-ended type of question. So this is the teacher is going to provide the feedback, and the system lets me know. Okay. Now for this one, I put the answer 70. Some of the questions I will make them wrong to see how it will, the system will show this. So this one is a 9a exponent 2, if I'm not wrong, minus 5b. We'll see what will happen. This one, the answer is of a calculation 26, and for this one, after doing some calculations, if I'm not wrong, this is 142. And for question B, to calculate the percentage decrease in the water level, so this is 20. We'll see. And for this one, the answer should be 213. Okay, 213. And for this one, the time in minutes that Jack worked on the assignment, this should be 156 minutes. We'll see. And now I designed the system to provide automatic feedback to the student. Okay. So the rest of the questions, the system will be providing feedback. But if it's an exam, for example, we don't allow students to see their responses. After that, this question 8b should be 4. Let me, for question 9, let me make a mistake. Let me do 122. The correct answer is 120. So the system is telling me it's incorrect. Okay. This one is open-ended question. So here I have to tell my answer is interest for 3 years. This will be the amount the student invested, not the amount invested, but the current amount after 3 years. I minus the amount the student invested in the business. Okay, for this one, the answer of this calculation is Namibian dollar 135, and now interest for 1 year. This will be 135 over 3, and the answer is 45 Namibian dollar. Okay, so this is the interest per year for the business, the investment. Submit. So here the student is told that the teacher will provide the feedback. Okay, so here is another question. The 10b, the answer for this one is 15. So this is the percentage of interest for Maria is correct, and for 11a, 0.25 is correct. For B, let me make it wrong. So we'll see how these things will be calculated. Question 12, this is 25. I make it wrong. It should be 24. Question 13 A is a 1/6. The answer for this question is correct. And the other one is 264. Is also correct. So the speed of the cheetah is a 62. And the gazelle, this one will be 72. I'm done. So here the system calculates everything, and the system tells me that I got 78% or 21 points. So the passing is a 50%. Okay, so I can review everything that I did, which is good for the student. Student can see automatically what they've done. Okay. Now when I'm happy with everything, I just close the review and the system shows me everything I got. So as a teacher now, let me see what the system tells me. So I can see, so here I call it the Kopano Forum. So the Kopano Forum is a forum that we created for Namibia. So I will share with this the way we support teachers across the country for collaboration, for networking, and so on. So immediately the system forwarded this email to me. Why? Because I'm the teacher of the course. So this is just a demo to show you how it works. So here I know who is the student who work on this, and the grade the student is currently in, and the telephone number for WhatsApp submission, and so on. And this is the feedback of the work the student performed for this activity. So remember what I said before, the teacher will be working on the activities. The teacher can even provide a little bit theory for the student to go through before to take this assessment. So the student also will receive the same email. Okay, so this is the student is a Donnell Ngoma, the one who work on the system. So I have this email. I always use this one for the demo of the work I'm doing. So if I go there, I will be able to see that the student received the same feedback, and the student will keep this as well as in the portfolio of the student to see how he or she performed during the term, during this period where they are not attending class. Okay, so this can also be done when even the school, the normal school resume, where the student will be getting the face-to-face. Okay, so this system can also be used for in higher education. Let's say students are in an area where the internet is really very slow, where they're still using the 2G. Even the 3G is not fast enough, but that one is a little bit much better. So the recommended network for e-learning systems where you have videos and so on is 4G. So 5G will be the best, definitively. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you regarding the work we are doing. I said, no, let us share experiences, let us share what we are doing. And something very important that I would like to remind you is that what we give students is this folder, grade 10 paper 1. So we forward this paper, this folder, we compress it first, and we send it to the student WhatsApp or the parent WhatsApp, so student can start working on it. So this is really very critical, and as a teacher I can see the performance of my student. Okay, and I can put this information in a grade 10 folder showing the different activities, and you can see here there is the name of the activity. Okay, so this is an example that I gave. So this is so the teacher can provide the correct names regarding this type of things. Thank you very much. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Okay, bye.